welcome. So to get started, we're going to list out a few things we're going to achieve in this particular video. First is we're going to initialize a new node project. Next, we're going to install basic TypeScript dependencies. And finally, we're going to have Express package installed and up and running. So let's get right into it. First, to initialize our node application, we need to create a new folder for our application. We use the make directory command. So the name of our application will be online payment API. So we'll navigate into that folder, and then we'll go ahead to initialize our node application. So we're going to have npm init -y. The -y flag is to accept all default settings. Next, which will be our second bullet point, which is to install base TypeScript dependencies. So the dependencies we'll be installing are as follows. We'll install the type definitions for node. So let's go ahead and install that. We'll have npm install --save dev. So there will be all dev dependencies. So we'll have @types/node. Next, we're going to install TypeScript. After that, we're going to install a node 16 TypeScript configuration. So tsconfig/node 16. We're going to base our TypeScript configuration off of this node 16 configuration. And then we install ts node dev. This package will help us run our TypeScript application, and it comes with transpiles our code first of all, and then goes ahead to restart our server anytime we make changes to our files. So I'll just hit enter and wait for it to run behind the scenes. So our packages have been installed. I'm going to use VS Code as our editor for this particular video because it's actually very easy to use, and it's actually free. So let me do that. So to do that, I'm going to open this on VS Code. Yeah, so here we have it, our application. We have the package, the JSON, and everything set up. Next, we need to add our TypeScript configuration. So we're going to have a tsconfig.json file. Here we'll add our TypeScript configuration. Extends. So we're going to extend the tsconfig we installed earlier on, tsconfig/node 16/tsconfig.json. Next, we're going to add our compiler options. So we want to actually just add one compiler option. This is the output dir, which is the output directory for our compilation. So we'll just say it should compile to the dist folder. Next, we're going to have to exclude a few things. So for now, we'll be excluding node modules. We don't want that compiled or transpiled. Next, we're going to have another include. So this include, we're going to include our source folder. This hasn't created yet, so I'll just go ahead and create our entry file in a new source directory. src/index.ts. So just to kickstart everything, we're going to test our application is actually running as expected. So I'm just going to console log here, running. I'll save this. Next, I'll open the terminal. Sorry. I'll open the terminal. But before I do that, I need to add some start script here. So let's call it dev, and then here we're going to have ts node dev, and then we're going to use a respawn flag, so it actually restarts whenever we have changes in our files, restarts the server whenever I have changes in our files. Then we need to specify the entry point which we've created. Then we're going to add another script here for build script, which is tsc to compile transpile. So go ahead and test this out here. npm run dev, we should have running. Everything works out well. Yeah, so our TypeScript application is running as expected. So let's test and ensure that it actually recompiles and retranspiles after changes to our file. Save this, and we can see it is transpiled, and we run our TypeScript application. So it seems to be working as expected. So everything looks good now. We'll now move to the final point, which is to install Express package and set up our server. So to do that, we need a few dependencies, which are Express itself and body parser. I'll get into those right away. We have npm install Express and body parser. So once that is done installing, we need to install the type definitions for both Express and body parser in order to use it properly with TypeScript, and will be installed as dev dependencies. So I have that npm install / save dev types / express types / body parser. Yeah, so once that is done installing, we can check our package JSON to see that. So we'll have TypeScript we'll have Express installed and body parser, and then we have the Express types definition installed also, and we have body parser installed too. So let's try and set up a simple Express server. So first we start by creating our application, const app, which will be of type application from Express. So next have Express. So we need to import Express. Just hover over that, and IntelliSense gives us the completion. Next, we're going to create a simple route. So we'll just create a simple base route off of this app dot. But before we do that, we need to use the body parser middleware. So the body parser actually helps to pass request body from the request itself to the server. So it needs to be added as a middleware. So we'll have to add both of them. We'll have to add two, which is JSON, and then URL encode app.use body parser dot URL encode extended true. So now we can go ahead and create a simple route. Or before we do that, we can just ensure that our server is running. So let's set the server running. So we have app.listen. So we'll listen on port 3000, and then here we'll have a simple callback to let us know when the server is up. So we'll just console log server running on port 3000. Just save that and then clear our terminal, and then we can run the dev server once more. Voila, here we have it running. Our app is properly running, server is properly running on port 3000. So our server is running on port 3000. That's good. So let's create a simple route, base route, and test our server is properly running. So come here, add app.get. Let's use the base route. Here we'll have our callback request. Response. So we'll set up a get route to the base of our application, and we expect that once we run it and we hit this particular endpoint, we should have this message printout. So we'll just go ahead and test that out on Postman. So ensure that our app is running, as you can see here, and then we can navigate to Postman and try that request. So when we hit Postman and hit this endpoint, and then we'll have our message. Yeah, so everything seems to set up. Thank you very much. So in this particular video, we're able to set up and initialize our new application and install it with TypeScript and have it running, have Express running, and we have a testament to that here by hitting this particular endpoint. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and turn on post notification to get notified when we post new videos, and encourage the channel to create more feature focused contents.